Hey guys, in this video, we're going to go through everything you need to know about Brantford, Ontario. What we're going to do is we're going to hop into the map and I'm going to show you its close proximity to major cities and other sights and sounds that you're going to want to check out around the city. So let's get after it right now. Hi, my name is Jeff Musi and I get calls and emails from people like you every single day looking to move to Brantford, and I absolutely love it. As a real estate agent here, there is nothing more that I would love than to help you move to this city. So whether you're looking to move in a week, a month, or a year, reach out and let us help you make a smooth move to Brantford. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about eating, sleeping, working, playing, the good and the bad of Brantford, Ontario, then consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so that you can stay on top of the current market here in Brantford, Ontario. Okay, so I mentioned that we were going to jump into a map and show you around Brantford so you know everything you need to know about this city. So let's jump into my computer right now. Okay, so here we have the overview of Brantford, Ontario on Google Maps. And the first thing I want to point out to you is the highway that runs straight through the city. It is the Highway 403, which comes through the city and goes east into Hamilton and Toronto and goes west into Woodstock and London. And then we have Highway 24 here that goes up into the Cambridge, Kitchener, Waterloo area. And then we have a road down here that goes straight down into the Port Dover area, which is on Lake Erie and is a great place that has a nice beach you can go to fairly quickly, but we'll get back into that a little later. So I'm just going to zoom out here and I'm going to show you where Brantford is in relation to Toronto. Now, Brantford is actually east of Toronto, and if you want to get into Toronto from Brantford, you're going to have to come across the 403. You're going to have to go through Hamilton and then through Oakville, Mississauga, and then straight into Toronto. Now, on a good day with no traffic, you can get it into downtown in about an hour and 20 minutes. But during rush hour, you can easily double that to 2 hours and 40 minutes. It can be quite the trek if you're looking to get into downtown. But the closest city to Brantford actually is Hamilton, and you take the 403 right into downtown Hamilton. This will take you about 35 minutes. Now, the good thing about Hamilton is there is an international airport that is located here, so you do not need to go all the way into Toronto Pearson in order to catch an international flight down south. And this airport is actually the John C. Munro Hamilton International Airport. I've heard that tickets out of this airport are a lot cheaper than tickets to fly from Pearson, so it's definitely worth checking out. It's about 20 minutes away from Brantford. Now, as I mentioned, you come over here and we'll scroll out a bit and you can see that Cambridge is just up here. So you're going to take Highway 24 and you're going to go all the way up to Cambridge. And you can go all the way up to the 401. Now, to get into Cambridge, it's going to take you about 40 minutes and then probably about another 10 minutes to get to the 401, which you could then take the 401 into the Greater Toronto area if you want, or you can take it down to Woodstock area. But if you want to go to the Woodstock area, your best bet is to go across the 403 to Woodstock. This is going to take you about 40 minutes to get to Woodstock. And then if you're looking to go to London from Woodstock, again, you would take the 403 straight through to Woodstock. It connects to the 401, and then you take the 401 all the way over to London. Now, just a little heads up, the 401 is temperamental. There is a lot of accidents on there, and it is kind of brutal to go across the 401, but that's how you would get to London. Now, to get to the beach and get down to Port Dover, what you're actually going to do is you're going to come and you're going to take this road out of Brantford, and you're going to come down, and you're going to come down 5 all the way down to Port Dover. And once you're in Port Dover, there's a beach there. There's restaurants. There's actually palm trees down there. It's kind of trippy, but it's a nice place to go down for a nice beach day with a family. And it's only about 38 minutes away. Now, if you travel about 10 minutes to the west of Port Dover, you're going to come to what's called Turkey Point. Turkey Point is actually my favorite beach because it actually has a dog beach or designated dog area for the beach, so that you can take your dog down there take your fur baby to the beach. I have a golden retriever, so that's exactly where I like to go when I go to the beach, because I like to bring him with me because he just absolutely loves the water. So you're not very far from being in a beach area and to be able to get back for the day. So now what I'll do is I'll clear this, and then I will scroll back into Brantford so we can start to go over some of the things in the area for you to notice. Oh, one more thing is that Brantford is about 20 minutes away from Paris, Ontario. Now, Paris, Ontario is one of the most beautiful small cities in Ontario that you're going to want to check out if you've never been. It's really quaint, nice little small town. It's really beautiful. You need to check it out. But back to Brantford here. Now, Brantford has a population of 104,688 in terms of the people who are living here. And the average sales price for a detached house as of October 2022 was $706,646, so which is relatively cheap compared to other surrounding cities such as Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville, Peel, and Toronto. I call this a little pocket that's undiscovered, and there's still a lot of potential here in the city. So if you are a hiker and you like to get out and enjoy the weather and enjoy the trails, there are a few places that you're going to want to check out. One is the Brant Conservation Area, and that area here, they have a giant pool for the kids. They have picnic areas, camping areas, RV spots to park your RV. They also have hiking trails along with access to Wilkie's Dam, which is absolutely truly beautiful dam to check out. It also has access to the river where you can put in a canoe, a kayak, or even a floaty device you get from Canadian Tire or Walmart, and then you can just float down the river, spend the afternoon. And this river actually wraps around and goes all the way down into the south of Brantford, and then you're able to get out here at the Cockshut Bridge access point. Now, a lot of people here also like to fish the Grand River. The fish in the Grand River are smallmouth bass, perch, catfish, salmon, and some other fish species, but you can drive your car down onto the sandy beach area and just cast your line out from there. That's a popular activity that people love to do on the Grand River. Now, talking about hiking still, we have the Gilkison Flats area here. There are trails, some paved, some not, all along the river's edge. So again, a great place to go for a hike. You have Lions Park here, which is where the Canada Day Festival is held every year. Also the WTF Festival, which is a concert series that is held, which I believe is now called Crew Fest for next year, but it's also a park with a lot of baseball diamonds, soccer fields, and a hockey arena. Another park that lines the Grand River is this Waterworks Park, and it's one that you're going to want to check out, not just for the trails, because this is all paved. You can bike, rollerblade, walk down there, lines the Grand River. It's absolutely beautiful. But they have a rotary bike park, which is a BMX park with BMX obstacles and jumps and stuff that you can take your kids to, and they can enjoy. It's also got some not paved paths that you can walk through the forest and just enjoy a nice little hike. Now, one of the spots that is called sort of like a hidden gem in Brantford is just a little outside of Brantford, and it's called the Apps Mill Nature Center, and that is located right here. And it is another nature park that has a river that runs through. It's great in the fall time to see all the fall leaf colors, and take some pictures and have a hike and walk with your dog. It's truly a beautiful spot, and you definitely need to go check it out. So while we're over here, another thing to note is that Brantford has its own municipal airport now. There are no commercial flights that go in and out of this, but a lot of smaller planes, Cessnas, and private jets can land at this airport. You can actually also learn to fly from this airport. There's some programs you can sign up for. And also, one thing you're going to want to check out in this area is the Skyway Cafe and Catering. It's actually a little place you can have breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and you can watch the planes land while eating. It's actually quite stunning. You need to check it out if you are in the area. So let's scroll out here and we'll go back into the downtown core and sort of show you exactly what's in this area. So once you scroll into downtown Brantford, you'll see that Wilfrid Laurier University is here. Now their campus takes up all of downtown. It's not just a separate campus. They actually occupy most of the buildings in the downtown core, but you also have Conestoga College Brantford campus. You have the Brantford bus terminal, and you have a Via Rail station, which you can take Via Rail down into the States, into Detroit, or you can take even into Toronto or other areas in the province. What you're going to notice here is in this part, Victoria Park here, you're going to see a lot of statues dedicated to the founder of Brantford, which they are cool to see. But you're also going to have Harmony Square here. Now, Harmony Square is where the city puts on all of its festivals, the jazz festivals. They hold events there like movie night in the square. In the wintertime, they freeze over a portion of it, and they have an outdoor skating rink that you need to check out. They did do the holiday tree lighting ceremony here this last weekend, and the Santa Claus parade came along Dalhousie here, and it was quite amazing. Thousands of people came out. It was really, really nice to see. Now, another thing to note in the downtown center is the Sanderson Center. Now, this is an old performance theater center, and they have a lot of different theater shows and performing arts. Some concerts are being held there. Some comics come and do their comedy shows there, but they have different shows throughout the entire year. You definitely want to check it out. It is an older theater, so it does have that nice rustic feel. So another thing down in the downtown core you might want to check out is 9 North Viet Thai Cuisine. We went there for a date the other week, and they had some amazing Viet and Thai food in there. And if you scroll in here, they have Hudson Public. This is more of a bar and bistro, and they have live music and more bistro type food, but it's a great atmosphere and definitely someplace you need to check out if you are in the downtown area. So now if we just scroll out a bit, what we're going to see here is we have the Elements Casino Brantford. So this is a casino. It's got slots. It's got poker tables. So you don't need to go down to Niagara Falls if you like to go to the casino. It is right here, just moments away. But you also have the Brantford and District Civic Center, and they have different conventions that go on here throughout the year. The Brantford Kingsman Rib Fest was there this year that I got to go to, which was absolutely a great experience. They also have ice skating rinks in there as well. So just to pull back out a bit, we have the Earl Haig Family Fun Park. Now, this is a water park that's open during the summertime, and it has a lazy river and water slides and things to do for the kids. And it's definitely great because it's just right here and central to the city. The city actually has in its budget to add more water slides and more attractions to this park and to update it and renovate it to give it a new and updated look. Now, speaking of fun things to do with the kids, you want to check out Twin Valley Nature Park, which is just outside of Brantford here, and this is Twin Valley Nature Park. Now, this is a zoo, not as big as Toronto Zoo, but it still has a ton of animals. It has zebras, it has bears, lions, tigers, wolves, monkeys, reptiles, peacocks, definitely all kinds of different animals that you can take the kids to and enjoy a nice day at the zoo without having to travel all the way into Toronto to see the Toronto Zoo. So another great thing to love about Brantford is that there are a lot of farmers markets in and around the city. Now, one of them is actually just down the road here and is the Little Brown Cow. And this farmers market is absolutely great, just 5 minutes out of the city. You also have the Pleasant Berry Blueberry Farm you can check out. Who can forget the Brantwood Farms up here, which is fantastic. They hold different festivals throughout the year. They have a Sunflower Festival for Halloween. They have a haunted hayride and stuff like that that you can go to. My favorite thing out from there is their strawberry rhubarb pie and their I believe it's their apple fritter donuts. They're absolutely delicious. There's one other farmers market in the city, and it is located close to the casino. And every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they do have a farmers market, and it is located right here. And all the local farmers come in with all their local produce, and you can buy it just all from one spot instead of going out to each farm individually. And that's one of the things I love about Brantford is it has all of the big town amenities, and it is still it has all the big town amenities with all the small town feels. You're not too far from any farmers markets where you can get some local produce. Now, when it comes to gyms in the area, there are 3 gyms that are of main that a lot of people go to, and 2 of them are just up West Street. One is here in the Valley Village area. It's called Movati Athletic. That's one gym people go to. And then there's Crunch Fitness. And then over in the Linden Park Mall, you have World Gym. But if you don't like going to the gym and you like fight training instead, there is one place I would recommend, and that is down in Eagle Place here. And that is the Black Eye or Brantford Black Eye Boxing Club. Now, I don't like to lift weights and run on treadmills too much. I like to fight train. So I've been here a few times, and it is absolutely a great time. A lot of local talent, boxing talent comes out of this boxing club, and it really is, quite the workout. Now, when it comes to history in this city, there are tons of museums that you need to check out. And since we're down here, I'll point out a couple to you. We have the Woodland Cultural Center, which is perfect for learning all about the Indigenous history, culture, language, and arts. You also have the Canadian Military Heritage Museum, which has different things honoring the Canadian military. You also have the Mohawk Chapel, which is one of the oldest chapels in Ontario. I believe it was the first chapel in Ontario. It is an Anglican church. It's closed off, but you can go and check out the historic site. Another one that you want to check out is the Glenhurst Art Gallery, which is right here. And here they have a golden tea room where you can go for afternoon tea and some biscuits. It's also an art gallery where they have over 600 different pieces of artwork that they showcase that is done by local artists here in Brantford. And also during the wintertime, they have this amazing light display on this grounds as well that you need to check out. Now, another spot is the Murrell House Museum, and this is a museum you can check out. Some people say it's haunted. I'm not too sure about if it's haunted or not, but I felt it when I went up that way. I don't know if it's because people told me it was haunted or what, but I'll leave it up to you to figure that out. And then we have the ultimate historic site of Alexander Graham Bell's home, which is a Canadian National Historic Site and is actually located down here in Tutla Heights. And this is where Alexander Graham Bell, the inventor of the telephone, invented the telephone and made his first long distance phone call to Paris. So the Canadian government made it a national historic site. So you can go there and see exactly where the telephone was built. And that is exactly why Brantford is called the Telephone City. Now, in this map, you see Google bordered it here, but it has it wrong. Tutla Heights is actually part of Brantford as well. And it sort of comes down along here and then right back up to Erie and then sort of around. So the map is wrong on Google. Tutla Heights is part of Brantford. Yes, Google got that wrong. So I'll just clear this up here. And then what we'll do is I'll scroll back out and we'll talk about the 2 French immersion schools that are in Brantford. École Dufferin and École Confederation are both located in Henderson Homedale area. The École Dufferin is right here, and the École Confederation is further up here. Those are the 2 French immersion schools in Brantford. But some of the other notable mentions just in this area again, is Fume Resto Bar. This is a Mediterranean cuisine place that has some amazing Mediterranean food and comes highly recommended. You also have the Brant Revolver and Rifle Club. This is a gun shooting range that you can go to if that is your thing. You also have the Grand Wellness Center, which is a spa. They have salt caves, beer soaks, massages. It does come highly recommended by those who live here as well. And I believe there was one other thing. Crazy Canuck Smokers is also here. Now, Crazy Canuck Smokers often participates in the Rib Fest all around Ontario, and it is home in Brantford, so you can come here and get some delicious barbecue ribs whenever you want. Now, there is one other shooting range in Brantford, and that is up in this area here, and it is called Urban Tactical. So if shooting guns is your thing, then there are two different areas in the city that you can go. Now, a cool thing is Ferrero Canada is located here as well. They make Ferrero Rocher candies, chocolates, and they make Tic Tacs along with Nutella. Fun fact is Brantford celebrates World Nutella Day every February, and we absolutely love it here. Now, one of the things to note about this area, if you do love golf, there are a few golf courses in the area. You have Walter Gretzky Municipal Golf Course, which is in the northwest corner of Brantford, but you also have the Brantford Golf and Country Club, which is an absolutely surreal golf club. It lines the Grand River and doesn't look like you're actually in Ontario when you're playing. It's truly beautiful. If you get a chance to play on this course, absolutely do it. There are two others that are just outside of the city limits. You have the Brant Valley Golf Club up here, and then you have, and then the other one is, where is it? It's down here, the Fescue Edge Golf Club. So if golfing is your thing, you're never very far from many golf courses. So let's just scroll back out and go back into the center of town here. Now, when it comes to shopping, there are really three areas or three streets that you're going to want to consider. Now, one is the King George Street, which comes all the way sort of down here and Brant Avenue. And then you have your Fairview Street, Fairview Road, which turns into Linden Road. And then you have your Wayne Gretzky Parkway, which is up here and all the way up. So those are your main shopping areas. I'll go over and show you exactly what's in those areas right now. So we'll just clear this, close this, and then I'll scroll in right about here. So at the very top of King George, you do have your Walmart Supercenter, your Cineplex movie theaters. There's also some banks and grocery stores here. You have Food Basics, Farm Boy, your Shoppers Drug Mart, Xander's Fire Grill and Brew Lounge. This is another barbecue place that comes highly recommended by the locals here. I have yet to be there yet, but I hear nothing but great reviews about it. So if you're in the area, you definitely need to check it out. The Dairy Queen is also in this area, along with, I believe, one of the last Arby's to be in Ontario. They were all over Ontario before, and then they sort of withdrew, and I believe this is the last one in the area. Now, when you come down Highway 24 on King George, you get your McDonald's, you have your Giant Tiger, Red Lobster, the Sociable Kitchen and Tavern. This is another local restaurant that a lot of people rave about. They have a lot of gluten-free options and a lot of craft beer options. It's one of the places that I went to first when I was first checking out the city, and I absolutely love it. We go at least once or twice a month to there, but then you come down here and you have Johnny Greco's, and then further down you have another great Thai restaurant, which is My Thai restaurant, and Metro. And come further down, you're going to get, you're going to find the Brantford General Hospital off this street as well. And then you have a lot of local businesses up and down Brant Avenue. Now, going over to Wayne Gretzky Parkway, as you go up and you pass Elgin Street, you get to see there's a Harvey's, there's a Starbucks. In this area, there's a Wren's Pet Depot, a KFC, and some other things. Now you just go a little north of Henry Street, and you have a Michael's Craft Store, Princess Audio, Burger King. There's a PetSmart here, Lowe's Home Improvement Store. You have the Joy Sushi Bar, which is one of the best places to get sushi in the city. Just a heads up, they do not accept cash. Debit. It's only cash and credit. So just be aware of that if you're ordering sushi from there. But then if you go up Wayne Gretzky Parkway further, you then have your Home Depot. There's a Best Western hotel right by the highway as well. But as you cross over the highway, you'll notice here on the left-hand side, you have your Canadian Tire. There's McDonald's. There's another Starbucks. There's a Staple Value Village, a HomeSense. The Brick is here as well, along with a Toys R Us. And then just on the other side of Wayne Gretzky, you have Linden Park Mall, which has an LCBO, Old Navy, Winners, Sports Check, H&M, GameStop, Maurice's. Again, everything you would normally find in a normal mall is in this area. Now, one thing to note is that the city of Brantford has been in talks to build a Costco. I believe in this area they are on their third planning assessment phase, and it is almost said and done that the construction will start. So a Costco will be coming to this land that's right beside Linden Park Mall. Now, along Fairview Drive, you do have a lot of shops as well, and it turns into Linden Park Road. But here's where you have your Best Buy, your box stores, you have your car dealerships, you have the Keg Steakhouse. There is a valet car wash here in Brantford. I recommend if you'd like to get your car washed often. They have a monthly subscription where you can wash your car pretty much every day. I have a black car which never tends to stay clean, so this is a great value. Instead of getting individual car washes or doing yourself, you can go once a day. There's an Ashley Home Store, Brantford Kia, etc. here. So that's sort of where all your main shops are. Now I'm going to scroll out and I'm going to start to go over some of the different areas in Brantford so that you know exactly what areas they are when looking for them. And the first one, again, we're just going to point out where the highway is, and that's over here. So anything north of the highway is usually more sought after than south, just because of its close proximity to the highway and Highway 24, where you can get in and out of the city. Now, the areas north of the highway, you have one right here, which is called Murderville Mayfair, and that's the one with the Walter Gretzky Golf Course. You'll find some larger homes, 3,000 square feet or more, and some smaller homes with 1,000 square feet built in, the 1970s. The estate homes were built more roughly in the 2000s, but there's a nice mix of homes and in different price ranges in this area. Next, you have Briar Park and Greenbrier area, and that is this area right here, right up to Wayne Gretzky Parkway and across Powerline Road. Again, there's lots of schools and opportunities for kids to go to school here, and its close proximity to, again, shopping and the highway make this area highly desirable. Again, you have homes in a variety of different price ranges, ages in this area. If you want to get a specific list of homes that meet your criteria, just let me know, and I can send you homes that match your criteria in these areas. The next area here is the Linden Hills area, and that is just on the other side of Wayne Gretzky Parkway, all the way up to here. Again, anywhere north of the highway and close to these shopping areas are the more sought after areas in Brantford. Now, I'll show you another area here, and so all of this area here is good. It's industrial area, and there aren't too many homes in this area, but this is sort of an employment zone in the city. But you do have along Elgin Street, down Garden, sort of just over in this area, all the way up to here. This is sort of Echo Place. They do have, older homes in and out this area here, but just in this area. In this area, they are building brand new homes, and some of these homes in these areas they are tearing down and building new construction. So this is the Echo Place community. Now we'll just scroll into the downtown area, which is the Terrace Hill East and West neighborhood, and that is basically south of the 403, west of Wayne Gretzky, all the way down, and it sort of comes down over here and then back up and along King George on the east side. So this is the Terrace Hill downtown area. This area just south here, there's a lot of student rentals, a lot of older houses. There's a lot of more affordable housing options down here. Because it is closer to downtown and it's known for more student housing, there does tend to be a little bit more petty theft in this area. But this area just a little bit north here is a little bit nicer, again, because it's just south of the 403. But again, this is the Terrace Hill East and West area. So we'll just clear that out. And then what I'll do is I'll show you where Ego Place is, which is where I am currently living, and I absolutely love it. And that is pretty much from here, and then it comes all the way down here and around, and pretty much just along these roads here. So this is Eagle Place. There's a lot of older homes here. Again, it's one of the older parts in Brantford, but you'll find a lot of, single detached houses, cottage style, with good lots, 40 by 120. Some people don't like it down here because of how it's older, but I love it down here just because, again, you get a good sized lot and a good home for a good value. Now, another area in Brantford you're going to want to know, and a lot of people love to talk about, is West Brant. Now I'll draw where West Brant is, and West Brant is basically all along here. And as mentioned, Tatula Heights counts as part of West Brant, so it comes down and around pretty much all through here, and then through Colborne Street here, all the way back up to here. So this is West Brant. Now there is a lot of new construction homes being built here, definitely within the last 5 to 7 years. There's a lot of estate homes. This is one of the most expensive areas in Brantford. Again, you got large estate homes with 3-car garages, 3,000 to 4,000 square feet, with a lot of space around them, and it's definitely one of the richer areas in West Brant. Now, there is a section called Old West Brant, which is pretty much right here. Old West Brant is about the same age as Eagle Place, and what we are seeing is that homes are being torn down in this area and rebuilt, and because of all the new construction that's going on here. Now, there are some of great high schools in this area, Assumption College, which is one of the top schools, high schools in the area, is located in West Brant as well. I'll show you the next area, which is the Henderson Homedale area, and it goes pretty much from here. It follows the Grand River, and then it comes out about here and straight down here. So anything west of King George and in this area reminds me of old Toronto. It is close to the Brantford General Hospital, so you do have a lot of old 100-year-old homes there that are absolutely beautiful, but you also have these smaller homes that were built but are on good lots, and they're being torn down and being replaced by new construction. This area's been built up for quite some time, but again, people are tearing some old homes down and building new ones in their place. Now, there is one other neighborhood that you're going to want to know about, and it is the Airport Road Oak Hill area, and that is right here pretty much, and it goes up and around in this area. And again, you have some larger estate homes closer to the Municipal Airport, and then homes were built in the 70s. The newer homes, bigger homes, were 3,000, 4,000 square feet. Some of the older homes are about 1,000 to 1,500 square feet, which is a common thing you'll see in and around Brantford. So we'll just scooch this off, scooch this. And so this is the overview of Brantford. There are 3 exits. There's Garden Ave, there's Wayne Gretzky Parkway, there's the King George Fairview exit, and then there's the Paris Road exit. Now, 2 other things that you're going to want to know about Brantford, again, is the Wayne Gretzky Sports Center is located right here, and this is a great sports complex. It's got a swimming pool, it's got hockey rinks, it's got soccer field, football fields, the works. This is where the Brantford 99ers play all of their home games. This is a junior league hockey team, so you don't have to go very far in order to watch a sports game. They are $10 a ticket to watch them play, so it's great to get out and support something, a local sports team. And there's also another local sports team here, and it is the Brantford Red Sox, and they play out of Cockshut Park, which is located right here, which they have everything that you would normally see going to a baseball game. They have hot dogs, they have merchandise, they have a beer garden, and it's just fun to get out and spend the day supporting local teams. And the fact that it's a great date night and just the ability to get out with the family and enjoy some local sports. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at the demographics of Brantford. Now, the total population, as I mentioned before, was 104,688. The median household income is 622,640, and the median age is 40. There is a lot of people in the city who are married, but there are also a fair amount of singles in here. So if you are single, don't fret. There are other people in the same boat as you are. Now, there are different nationalities that call Brantford home: white, indigenous. We have South Asian, Filipino, blacks, Arabs, Chinese. So Brantford is quite a diverse city. When it comes to the labor force and the work that is in this area, there are 3 main sectors that have the highest employment, but the unemployment rate here is 6.9%, which is at an all-time low from where it was a long time ago. Unemployment was all the way up to 8. Now it's down 6.9. I believe it's lower now, but you do have a lot of business finance here. You do have education, law, and government jobs. You have sales and service, which is the largest category in Brantford, and you also have the trades and transport. So if you knew anything about the history of Brantford, trades and transport used to be a huge part of the economy out here. Now, when it comes to real estate, most of the homes in this area or in Brantford are single detached houses, and there aren't too many semi-detached or townhouses, but that is quickly changing because new construction companies favor these because they could build more in a single spot. So I expect this number to change a little bit over the next 10 to 15 years. And then the population who owns as opposed to rent, there's a good 2/3 of the people who live here are owning, and about 1/3 are renting. If you like this video, you're going to want to watch this video right here, where I go through another thing that you're going to want to learn about this city.